Hey, it's Topher, Essex, and I'm back. Hey, gonna get a new one started today. We're gonna do landscape. We're gonna use a similar composition to what we've been doing, and different colors and a few other effects. So stay tuned and see how it turns out. What I've got going on right now is I'm basically finger painting my way through the sky here. But a couple of notes of what I'm doing that it's really hard to see in the video is the paint on the canvas is almost as wet as poured paint is. And it's to the point to where just right before it wants to drip. And that's kind of like a balancing act for what I'm doing, and by going over it with different pressures with the back of my hand, I'm creating different effects as I go. So here we are. I'm cutting in the horizon line there, and right there I'm spraying the area right there because I want to soften all those edges. I want a good combination of both soft and hard edges. So by spraying that water on there, it softens up the edges just enough, and then I'm going back over it, and all I'm doing now is just wiping off all the drips, or most of the drips. I actually want some of the drips there, and there we go. Now I'm putting them back in with that spray there, and so as I continue to work on the sky here, you'll notice that the sky is not horizontal, and I'm doing that on purpose. Kind of back to my photography days. If you shoot a landscape with a fisheye lens, you get this nice curved sky, and it really adds a lot of depth. So, and that's kind of the idea behind that, is by curving the sky, it adds depth to the perception of the painting. So, and now I'm breaking into the quinacridone magenta. The blues that I used is a Persian blue and a white, and then I'm also mixed in just a little bit of some Blick Studio fluorescent blue is what they call it. So there's the magentas are in. Now I'm going back into the sky now, and I'm going to separate the sky a little bit with some more of this magenta, and right after that I'm coming in with some orange. It's a real yellow orange. I have a real problem with cadmium orange. I think it's just a horrible color, and I just can never get by it. But I made this orange out of some a little bit of cadmium and then a lot of yellow. So, and I actually like the color that it turned out to be. So, and by doing that, it also maintains its transparency also. So now I'm just putting a rock into the foreground here. Once again, the rock goes up above the horizon line, so it pushes all the horizon line and all the rest of the stuff back. So putting a little bit of this orange into the sky, and then I'm using my finger to soften up part of the edges. Some of the edges are hard and some of them are soft, and that's really kind of what I'm paying attention to as I'm going through this. This is my first attempt at putting in the boats. I didn't like the way that turned out, so it's a great part about acrylic paints. You just rub it out, start over again. Easy peasy. No drastic endings. Or tragic endings, I like to say. So anyway, so this is the gist of it. The only thing that I added was after I got done making the video, I went back out and checked the painting, and I added a shadow beneath of the rock in the foreground, and you'll be able to see that in the final picture. So I'm just doing a couple little touch-ups, adding just a few little highlights here, and just basically putting the finishing touches on. So went back into the orange a little bit. And now that orange wiped out part of my horizon line, so I'm just going back into it here and getting just a ever so slight, just a slight horizon line, just something to make the eye go, okay, that's where it stops. So, and one thing about this composition that I really like, and this is the third painting basically with the same composition, and I love this. If you look at it, there's a great diagonal that's created by putting the rock in the foreground on one side and the boats on the other side. It creates this great dynamic diagonal that pushes your eye from one side of the painting over to the other side. And I really like that perceived line a lot. And so, and these are good sized paintings. This one right here is a 22 by 28. The other two that I did were 24 by 24s. Excuse me. But these are basically study pieces. I've got some 36 by 48 canvases on their way, so I'm going to be doing some bigger landscape stuff here soon. So, but anyway, so that's it. I mean, these are the close-ups here. You can take a look. We got some great effects with this finger painting method. It's just absolutely awesome. It takes a little practice, but you should give it a try. So that's it for this one. Thanks for sticking through it. Thanks for watching. My website, topheressex.com, if you're interested in any of my paintings or any more information about me as an artist and a person. All of my information's there. So have a good day.